Welcome to Hollywood Beatdown. It's week 3 of our Halloween Beatdown specials, and last week we looked at the insanely terrible movie The Ginger Dead Man, which I'm barely getting over. So I thought this week we'd look at something that we can barely escape from in the horror world, and that is remakes. They seem to be everywhere nowadays. We just can't escape them. And a lot of the times they can be really pointless. Films like The Omen, Psycho, The Haunting, The Wicker Man, When a Stranger Calls, April Fool's Day, The Fog, and many others are pointless. When it comes down to a series that has a bunch of sequels, I can actually understand. Sometimes we just need to take a breath of fresh air and start again. In a world where there are no original ideas left, we might as well see characters we already love be reinvented. The Halloween series was rebooted, the Friday the 13th series was rebooted, and even Hellraiser is going to be rebooted soon. I liked the Halloween and Friday the 13th remakes, although a lot of people didn't. They weren't as good as the original, but still nothing terrible. However, there are some remakes that are handled very poorly. For example, A Nightmare on Elm Street. The original is one of my favourite horror movies. It was scary, well written, well acted, and hasn't really aged a day. The sequels were hit and miss, but there weren't really any that were extremely terrible at all. The remake came in, and instead of giving us something kind of different like the Friday the 13th remake, it gave us exactly what we've seen before, with a shitty new twist on it. Scenes, the kills, and one-liners from the original series are basically copied over and handled very poorly. Top that off with a new actor for Freddy Krueger, wooden acting and shitty dialogue that George Lucas would frown upon, and you've got the remake for A Nightmare on Elm Street. As the remake for Carrie just came out, and a lot of people have been complaining about that, I thought we'd take a look at a remake which is a lot worse. So let's get into the 2010 remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. We start off with an opening title sequence showing loads of shitty imagery of children. That song sounds kind of familiar. Yep, they decided to scrap the iconic theme song of the other Nightmare on Elm Street and replace it with a new song that's almost exactly the same. I mean, what's the point? Why change the theme song if you're going to replace it with something that's almost the exact same as the original? After the longest 2 minutes of my life, we finally get into the film. We see a guy called Dean sitting in a diner.
Can I have another? Hey, can I have some more coffee, please? Where are you going? Excuse me? Bitch.
No, she can't stop and give you coffee. This is a dream Freddy Krueger's about. She can't just risk her life to give you coffee.
Lady! Lady! Hello? What the fuck?
Okay, I'm someone who thinks that jump scares are overused in horror films nowadays, and as in my review of The Cat in the Hat, I did comparison points. I'm going to do horror points in this one. Every time there's a jump scare, I'm going to take away 50 fucking points. Let's see how much we end up getting up to, because trust me, it's going to be a lot. We meet Nancy, our lead character and a waitress at the diner. She's played by a pre-girl with the dragon tattoo, Rooney Mara.
Nancy.
Hey, Chris. You can sit wherever you want.
Actually, I'm just here to meet Dean.
Oh, he's right over there.
Thanks.
Hey,
Wow, you look like you haven't.
like I haven't slept in 3 days.
Dean, what's going on?
Okay, we're 6 minutes into the film and already I'm convinced that I saw less wooden acting in Casper: A Spirited Beginning.
Doing at Ashley's or whatever. I don't know.
The way it is.
Well, look out, here comes your girlfriend. Oh, hey.
Hi. Can I get you guys anything else?
So that is Quentin, Nancy's love interest in this film. I wonder who he's named after, because, you know, Quentin isn't a very common name. So there's really only like one person they could have got the name Quentin from. I mean, come on. Why couldn't you have just called him something like Bob or even Glenn? I mean, you've got Nancy from the original movie. Why not have Glenn, her boyfriend, in that as well?
I'm sorry about the mess. These guys are just...
I'm used to it.
So you ever get tired of working here every weekend?
Do you ever get tired of coming here every weekend?
Do the writers ever get tired of writing stale dialogue? Sadly, this is probably the best bit of dialogue in the film, which really is not saying a thing. So we see Dean talking to Chris, where he talks about his nightmares. Dean falls asleep and... Right, that's another 50 points detracted. We're now on minus 100 points.
You're not real! You're not real!
I am now.
Wait, what? Is Christian Bale playing Freddy Krueger in this film? Actually, it is Jackie Earle Haley. That actually explains it, because his voice for Rorschach and Watchmen also sounded very similar to Christian Bale's Batman. So Chris sees Dean, who is made to slice his throat. Oh, so now you play the original theme song. You're about 9 minutes too late, movie. We then go to Dean's funeral.
With penitent hearts, and remind us of who died
We're 10 minutes in and already this film's on minus 150 horror points. Doing good so far.
You knew Dean that far back.
Jesus, that is me. But I don't know how I'm in that picture. I didn't meet Dean until high school.
Come on.
Dean said something right before he died.
Please don't.
He said, "You're not real." He kept repeating it over and over again. Do you have any idea what that means?
It means you're not real. That's it.
Chris, it was late, and you were scared. Your mind was just playing tricks on you.
I believe you.
You do?
I seen. I saw.
You didn't see anything. You weren't right there. Chris was. She's already fucked up, so leave her alone.
She was in the fucking diner when it happened. She saw it. She knows it. You're a cunt. I hope you die a painful, slow death. scene in the original is one of the best in any horror movie ever. You took a fantastic, realistic and quite scary scene from a classic horror movie and butchered it with CGI. The original actually looks like a wall. This one looks like liquid CGI. I mean, come on, the CGI in this film's atrocious. I mean, it's not as bad as the other two films I've reviewed so far this month, but still, it is atrocious. So we see Chris, who is looking for pictures of her as a kid. Minus 200 points already.
Chris, you okay?
Why did the mother walk in exactly after she stopped screaming? She must be extremely fast to get there that quick.
What is it?
Nothing. Just like a sketch.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you know. No, like if you ever need somebody, you know, if you ever want to talk to somebody, I'm sure you have like 1,000 other people you could talk to, but if you want to talk to somebody.
Thanks.
Quentin, gonna be late to class. Come on, buddy, let's go.
My dad.
I know.
Well, thanks for that riveting scene, which I'm sure had a lot of purpose. So we go to a lesson where Chris falls asleep.
Did not hesitate to slaughter every Athenian they saw, even children, especially the children of soldiers. This is where the...
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
You really shouldn't fall asleep in class.
What the fuck is that? We're 18 minutes in, we finally get a proper close-up of Freddy Krueger's face, and it looks shit! Imagine melted cheese thrown on a wrinkly old man's face with a bit of CGI enhancement, and you have Freddy Krueger in this film. So Chris pulls up to her house and sees her dog outside.
Rufus! Rufus, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing out here? Come on. Rufus! Come on.
Any reasoning behind why the dog's outside? It's never explained at all. Why? Why? Ugh, fuck this film and its pointlessness. Chris's mother said that she's going to London. Then Jessie, her ex-boyfriend, climbs in her window.
Will you please tell me what's been going on?
I'm having these dreams. And I'm scared. I think Dean was having them too.
Chris, listen, we've all...
I know what you're gonna say. But now every time I dream, I always see this man. And he's burned and melted.
That sounds like Batman.
And he's always trying to attack me with these knives.
on his fingers.
What? Oh my god. We're having the same dream.
Chris, it's not possible.
It is possible.
It's just a dream, alright?
Shh. Really? Does making the characters sound scared make this film any more scary? No! I mean, in the original film, two characters pretty much had this exact same conversation, except they were talking like it's a normal conversation. They were going, oh my god, oh my god. No, they were talking normally. I mean, that made it a little bit creepier. I mean, this just butchers everything.
I'm so afraid. All I want to do is go to sleep, but if I do, he's gonna kill me like Dean.
You know, if Freddy had any real sense, he'd just give her acting lessons instead of killing her. Get ready for one of the scariest scenes in the original movie, redone, except really, 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 really fucking shit.
I was just petting him.
Oh, God.
Help me, please! Help me!
Whoa, I didn't know she lived in a preschool. That must have been really convenient as a kid. Minus 250 horror points. We're not even half an hour into this film and already it's at minus 250 points.
1. Ready or not, here I come.
Jess.
Found you.
Minus 300 points!
Oh my god.
Wake up! No, 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 no! The scene in the original is one of the greatest scenes in any horror movie ever! You just ruined it and made it look lazy! I mean, just look at her. She doesn't look like she's in pain or anything. The original was amazing. It looked real. It didn't look like someone was being thrown around by CGI. Fuck you, movie!
It's me. Hey, stop. Just listen to me, okay?
What happened to you? Whose blood is that? Is it your blood?
Listen, okay, please. I was with Chris.
What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything to her. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now listen to me. Something's going on, okay?
Tell me what happened to Chris, Jesse.
Someone killed her in her sleep.
What are you talking about?
Don't pretend like you don't know. Because you do. You said it at the funeral. Someone is trying to kill us in our dreams.
And you said earlier she didn't know anything.
All I keep hearing is a song.
What song?
1, 2. Freddy's coming for you.
Freddy.
Fuck you. If you're gonna have that song in this film, have one of the little girls sing it, 'cause that was creepy. Don't have one of the teenagers sing it and make think that the audience who are like the original are gonna go, oh my god, I remember that in the original. Ah! No!
Get down! I didn't do anything! Get down! Listen to me, I didn't do anything, I swear! Please, get down! I loved her, man! I couldn't kill her! I didn't do anything! Stop! Shut up! Get up! I didn't kill her! You know! Shut the fuck up!
Why did so many police officers turn up? It's not like the dead body was just on the floor for everyone to see. The cops were called because they saw him running out of a house. Plus, how did you know he was at Nancy's house? This is stupid. Plus, there's loads of other stupid things about this whole scene. Let's go through every single stupid thing about this scene, okay? 1. Why did he say police randomly? Please. He knows you're the police. He saw the cars, heard the sirens, saw your uniforms. He's not an idiot. And secondly, how do they know it was him? 3, why didn't they read his rights? And 4, why didn't they tell him what he was being arrested for? People who wrote this film know nothing about people being arrested. They've not seen any cop movies, nothing where someone gets arrested, because that's not how they do it.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Why did he just jump down on the bottom bunk? I'm pretty sure being on the top bunk in a prison is a privilege. He's not going to give it to a new kid who looks like an even more emo version of Gerard Way. We then go to Nancy, who calls Quentin to tell him the news about Chris. We see Quentin searching the web about sleep deprivation. Why is he using Gigablast? You'd think he'd use something like Google or Wikipedia, you know, the thing that everyone else uses. I mean, did Gigablast just sponsor the film or something? He sees a little girl. Really? Did you realise that there hadn't been a jump scare for 5 minutes? He thought, oh, let's just put one in. What could we do? Oh yeah, he can turn his head around and go... I mean, come on. Minus 350 horror points. Not even halfway through the film yet. So Jesse has a nightmare, which in my opinion is the worst nightmare in the entire film and in the entire fucking series. It tried to be suspenseful, but is boring, really short, and is only there because they thought they needed even more jump scares.
Oh, God.
No. Just me.
What do you want from me?
I don't know, Jesse. You think you could turn back time?
Answer me! No.
Do you think you can bring the dead back to life?
No. No.
No. I didn't fucking think so.
No. No. No.
Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet.
Minus 450 horror points. Not even halfway through the film yet, and already we're at minus 450 horror points.
I didn't do it! I'm innocent! Get me out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Did you know that after the heart stops beating, the brain keeps functioning for well over 7 minutes? Huh. We got 6 more minutes to play.
If you love some shitty dialogue scenes, well, you're in luck. Because look, here's one now.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just really exhausted.
Here.
What's that?
Zonarol. It's basically, speed for kids with ADD. I've been on it since I was like 15.
No, no thanks.
I don't care. How come every single film I've reviewed on this show so far has had characters I don't care about? I mean, the Cat in the Hat, Cars, the Lorax. I mean, what else have I done? The Casper film, the Ginger Dead Man. I mean, Jesus. I'm gonna go as far as to say that the characters in this film are the blandest out of anything I've reviewed so far. I mean, seriously, I would rather watch an hour-and-a-half long film, just all dialogue, starring the characters from Twilight.
Look, we're running out of time.
What do you mean?
Well, it says nightmares are triggered by the belief that the dreamer has no control and this can cause insomnia. But then it says at the 70-hour mark, the insomniac will begin to experience micronaps. His brain will begin to shut down its functions for several seconds in an attempt to recharge itself. This basically means that you're dreaming, but you don't know it. Like, even if you're awake. And then it says that after that, your brain will shut down, inducing a coma. Just permanent sleep.
This film is trying too hard to sound smart. So Nancy's mother comes in to see Nancy drawing a picture that looks like the girl from The Ring. So they're ripping off other horror films for some fucking reason.
Hey, Mom. Do I have some sort of connection with Chris, Dean, and Jesse? Or Quentin? Like maybe we went to school together when we were little or something like that? Not that I can recall. Do we ever know a guy named Freddy? I don't think so. Okay.
Are you just going to shrug off her obvious lying there? Okay then. Don't you fucking do this scene. I swear to God, if you do this scene, I will end you. No! Not only did you do this scene, you butchered it Worse than any other scene you've butchered so far! In the original, Nancy is pulled under the water and is attacked by Freddy. In this, he looks like he's waving at her! It is stupid! Nancy steps out the bathroom and finds that it is snowing in her room. I think you put the AC up a little bit too high there. Then all of a sudden she is transported to a nursery school. Oh, so she's at Chris's house.
Little Nancy. All grown up.
You're just a nightmare.
That's right. No one can prove I was ever here.
I can't get over his terrible voice. So Nancy and Quentin look for something that Nancy's mother is hiding.
Help me.
What is that?
We're all here. Chris, Jesse, and Dean. It's me, it's you, it's what?
What are you doing?
Okay, why did she keep that picture? Wouldn't she throw it away instead of risking her finding it and finding out? I mean, she says, I never wanted you to remember what happened. And she kept the picture! Plus, I should have said this earlier. How did everyone forget what happened? Did the parents use the device from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind on these kids or something? So then we see the backstory behind Freddy. Although I think they should have just kept him a murderer instead of changing him to a rapist. This is actually the best part of the movie. In fact, it's the only part I actually can tolerate. So, we're 51 minutes in, and are you ready? Because here is the stupidest scene in the movie. Let's go. Nancy searches online to find the other people in the picture. Quentin starts to dream while he's awake and wakes up in a pool of water outside a boiler room. He sees Freddy being chased by the parents of Elm Street. Freddy's death isn't the stupidest part. This scene is handled quite well, surprisingly. The stupid part is Nancy searching online. She finds a kid who has an online vlog about his nightmares. This kid falls asleep during the vlog and his face is smashed against the camera. Why is this stupid, you may ask? Well, I'll ask you a question. Who uploaded it? I mean, come on! He dies! He can't upload it! I doubt anyone else gonna go in and find him dead and go, oh, he was recording a video, oh. I guess he would want, like, if I uploaded it. No, they wouldn't do that! Nancy and Quentin go to Quentin's father thinking that Freddy wasn't even guilty.
Quentin, wait! Wait!
What?
Slow down! Stop!
We got him killed. Our stories, our lies.
What if we can make him stop?
What if we can?
What about the preschool? Marcus said that Freddy wanted him to find something.
Fine.
Nancy.
You're just fucking up every memorable scene from the original movie! Fuck you, movie! I hate you so much! Quentin and Nancy stop off at a pharmacy to get more pills, but he's out of refills. Nancy, struggling to stay awake, goes inside the pharmacy as well. Okay, that was a cool transition. But what it went to just sucks.
No.
You're bleeding.
Sweater.
Yep. That's how she finds out she can pull him out of the dream world. They definitely did that bit better in the original film where she pulls out the hat. They go to the hospital where Nancy refuses to be sedated. When the doctor leaves the room and comes back in, Nancy is gone. Ready for the worst dialogue scene yet? Well, here we go.
Will you talk to me? I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, what are you gonna talk about?
I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
I hate to make this joke twice, but did George Lucas write this film? I mean, come on!
Anakin, all I want is your love.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
Quentin sees Freddy and ends up swerving and crashing. Minus 500 points! Then they just so happen to come across the nursery.
Are you okay?
And minus 550 points! They find Freddy's room. They see an entrance to another room and decide to go in it. While inside, Quentin finds nude pictures of Nancy. They come up with a plan to go into the dream and pull him out. And yet again, they are poorly copying a plot point from the original movie and once again, fucking it up. Quentin finds a weapon to use to kill Freddy when he comes out the dream world, but he falls asleep instead of Nancy. Come on, Quentin, you had one job. I mean, this happened in the original movie, and look what happened to him. Well, sadly, after a really unsuspenseful scene and a minus 50 points moment, Quentin still survives being attacked by Freddy. Minus 600 points, and there is still another 15 minutes left of this shit.
Little Nancy, now that you got me, what game do you want to play next?
Fuck you.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Oh, Freddy, you stole my joke. Nancy finds herself in her house and hides in a closet. Minus 50 points, and now we're at minus 650 points.
How's this for a wet dream?
So now you're stealing So now you're singing lines from the sequels, and guess what? Once again, Freddy said it better in part 4.
How's this for a wet dream?
Wake me up.
This dress was always one of my favorites. Do you remember it, Nancy? Of course you do. You remember everything now, don't you? Your memories are what fuels me.
Oh, I thought it was terror. Are we not copying bits from the other films anymore?
Are you having fun?
I certainly am not.
I want to wake up!
You can't wake up. I had to keep you awake long enough. So when you finally slept, you'd never wake up again.
What a shitty...
Do you really think your boyfriend could wake you up?
Please don't do this! Please!
I'm your boyfriend now.
And again, they're copying lines and butchering them. Quentin wakes up Nancy by stabbing her with adrenaline similar to the scene in Pulp Fiction. They're copying other films now, apparently. She pulls Freddy into the dream world and they fight him.
Now why don't you just fucking die?
So not only are they copying bits from Pulp Fiction, they're copying lines from Austin Powers, but adding in fucking. Nancy cuts Freddy's hand off and then slits his throat, finally killing him. They burn down his secret room and walk away.
Hey, Quentin. Nightmare's over.
Thank fuck! In the final scene, we see Nancy and her mother walk into the house.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. I know you were just trying to protect me. Thank you. I'm just glad you're safe.
What a shitty ending. It's a shitty ending to a shitty film, but at least it's over. That was the 2010 remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'm being serious again. I'm not going to say this is one of the worst horror films ever made because it's one of the worst films, period! The original is a classic and one of my favourite movies. The remake is the exact opposite. I hate this movie so fucking much. It's up there in my top 5 worst movies ever made. It's lazy, boring, and not scary at all. It relies way too heavily on jump scares and ultimately fails. Jackie Earle Haley was okay as Freddy, but nowhere near as good as Robert Englund was. The film randomly copies lines and scenes from previous films and completely butchers them. I despise everything about this film, and I'm glad that now this review is over, I never have to watch this film ever again. 4 times I've seen it now! Fuck the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm done with this shit. Right. We've got one more Halloween Beatdown review, and trust me, it's a big one. I'm reviewing what's supposedly one of the worst films ever made. Yip. Fucking E. I'm sure it's not as bad as that piece of shit. Thanks for watching Hollywood's Beatdowns. Thank you for watching Hollywood Beatdown's Halloween Beatdown specials. That was one of the worst films ever, and I'm fucking done with it. I don't know whether I should destroy it or not, because I paid money for that. Yes, I did pay money for it. God, I fucking regret it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Dream.